Russ Medina, longtime resident since 2004 in the great city of Frisco. I'm here with my lovely wife, Lori Medina, and our two children, Meredith and Elise Medina. Since retiring from the United States Army, retired back in '96. When I arrived in Frisco, I had been retired from the military for about 8 years. What was interesting about moving to Frisco was what I felt in terms of a welcoming and warm group of folks. It was a neat place to raise our young daughters. In fact, one daughter was born here, Elise Medina, and they both have attended Legacy Christian Academy and Frisco High School. I found that the amount of support for those that have served, those that were currently serving, and for first responders was unparalleled from any other place I've lived in the United States. Giving myself to something that's bigger than myself or an idea, it can be wrapped up in service to our country. I've always wanted to do something and support something that was beyond myself. And what I have found in my service to country and my time in the military and my time here living in Frisco is that there's a community that we serve, and it's a servant leadership example that's unparalleled from any other place I've lived.
What would you say to young men and women living in Frisco today who are considering military service? What advice would you give them?
I am so encouraging of those that would like to serve our country in many capacities. If they choose to serve our military, I can provide them guidance and the impact that it's had on my life and others. What I've really tried to get across is that you'll be working and serving and experiencing something so much bigger than yourself. You'll be given more responsibility than you ever thought or was imagined, and you'll be given a chance to do it with others. Serve what I would call a camaraderie and a fellowship that you'll never experience anywhere else, even after you've left the military. When I came to Frisco, I had been a single parent for many years. What was interesting during my time in service, and that also weighed heavily on my decision to retire, was that in raising 3 children, there wasn't a lot of support for single fathers in the military. I realized how tough it not only was for a single father serving in the military, but for those spouses that were left here in the United States while their spouses served overseas, and in most cases in harm's way, and kept the torches burning here and grew and raised a family and possibly on their own. It's really a tough life. Hence the early retirement for a lot of folks. What I would say is that Frisco understands this. This community here understands what it's like to deploy, and they really support through VFW, the American Legion, the Navy League, Metroplex Marines, to help those folks that are left here in a community. They're not alone. They're not questioning what's going on in the military. They have a lot of support. I would say this: if you've got to find a place to live, Frisco is the best place to live. And
Perfect.
Here's the last part that I'll say. I really am proud to live in a city that values veterans and first responders like they do here in Frisco. In my time transitioning out of the military, there really wasn't a game plan. There wasn't a cookbook to success and how to get out. I was very fortunate that folks found me and suggested that not only should I retire at the time that I did and take an opportunity to come to Dallas, but be careful what you pray for, because you might end up being in the most, what I would say, get here as fast as you can. And it was here that I met my lovely wife, Lori, and met her, married, and had 2 children. What's interesting about my service in the corporate world was that I always looked at ways to help those that were currently serving and help them to adjust in their transition out of the military and into civilian life. I felt like if I could give others the same opportunity that was provided to me, that I would do it. It was laid on my heart, and I would tell you, quite frankly, I feel the same amount of dedication and opportunity here in Frisco to help others either to join the military or be a first responder and continue to serve. And then while they're serving, support their families. In transitioning out of the military, I would say Frisco is just not what we refer to as veteran friendly, but it's veteran ready. They're ready to serve those that have served by providing them not just a job as a handout, but an opportunity for those service members to provide value to those companies. And I think this learning experience between both a service member and a veteran and spouses and their family provide great opportunity for what I would say to grow Frisco and grow it in a way that brings all the traits that veterans bring, leadership, dedication, integrity, trust, collaboration, teamwork. All of these things are imbued in Frisco. And I'm happy to live here, and I hope to stay here for the rest of my life.